So if you can be chill in the unknown and embrace the fact that you don't know who you are and just say, this is exciting, yay, I feel change, I feel different on my journey, and I'm just going to embrace it. That's how you know you're super duper close. All right, next one. Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 new signs that you know a manifestation is kind of percolating and it's getting close and it's about to drop into your reality. And really what's happening is you are releasing more and more of what is not you to kind of align to it. And then you kind of meet head on with the desire and it drops in and it materializes. So these 4 signs are something new that I've discovered recently, and I've been doing sign videos for 2 years now, and I have a list of 111 signs, and I've done a video on almost every single one. I will link my sign playlist here. So the universe likes to speak to us in so many different ways. And a lot of times it will jump into our bodies and it will move us to do things because it knows that we've been calling in this thing, but it knows that we're not quite a match yet. So it will organically jump into our body and have us start doing things and experiencing things and feeling things before we meet it. Okay. And that's what I love to teach about. I love to analyze the universe and pay attention to like the underworld of what's going on, why everybody's living their everyday life. And that's why people book sessions with me, is because they're not quite good at it yet. And I've been doing it for almost 12 years now, and I love it. And it's so magical. And I don't think there's any other way to live life other than believing in magic and knowing that it's always coming every single day. There's always something great, you know. And I started doing this by writing down my highlights at the end of my day. And that's how I knew that there was magic happening every day, because every night I would have something to write down, something great that would happen to me that was unexpected. So let's get to these 4 signs. The first one is you organically stop looking for evidence that the manifestation is either on its way or that it's coming or that it's here, or maybe evidence that it's not going to happen. You just kind of quiet the mind, and the ego's not as loud. It's not needing to know as much. You're kind of chill and calm, and you're just not as, like, I think about like a deer in headlights. You're just not as aware, right? You're just like, it's okay. It's already done. I know it's on the way. I'm just going to live my life and have fun and know that literally everything is always working out for me. And that's one of the things I learned in the last 12 years is when you come from this space of, I truly, truly, truly believe that in every single moment, everything is always working out for me. Even when I'm losing my job, even when I have $30 in my bank account and I need $5,000 by tomorrow, I still know that I am being provided for, I'm being taken care of, and everything is holding some sort of little mini lesson to expand me on my journey so that I have deeper trust and faith in myself and in this higher power that I truly believe in. Okay, so the first sign is you organically just, you're not looking for evidence. You're not looking for proof. You're just okay. And you feel really calm and peaceful. You're still excited about it. You're still knowing that you still want it, but you're just not as like hyper aware, looking. You're more like present in your life and actually living your life. The second sign is you wake up and you feel a shift in your energy. You just feel different. Your morning feels different, your energy feels different, your thoughts are different. You're waking up going, I don't know who I am, and I don't know what I want anymore, and what does make me happy, and what do I want to wear today? It's like you literally feel blank. Okay, and this is how the universe works through us. It's releasing parts of us that are not a match, right? If we're becoming a match to the person who has the thing, we have to sometimes release what is not a match to that. And when we're releasing what's not a match to that, it means there's certain like jackets or coats or costumes or egos that we've been living in that eventually have to fall away. So when you wake up and you feel like you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want, you don't know what would make you happy right now, that's because you're a little naked. You feel a little vulnerable. You feel like you just don't know who you are because you've been living with something on you, or you've been living in a certain routine or pattern or thought pattern, and now it's gone. So this is a great sign that you are really, really close to a new thing coming into your life, because you just woke up brand new with a fresh, clean slate, and we don't know what's next. And the more you can get comfortable in that zone of being in the unknown and not knowing who you are, and just say, okay, this is cool. I don't know who I am and I don't need to know. Let me just explore and see what might come through me. And if you can get comfortable in that zone, you are going to master this journey. You're going to be receiving manifestations more often because you're not resisting that energy. A lot of people freak out in that energy and they're like, I don't know what's going on. And they try to revert back to old patterns. They try to grab onto food or addictions or other people, and they're frantic. Where, as we know, our vibration is everything on this journey. So if our vibration is up here, in that blank space, in the unknown, not knowing what's happening next, and we're super clear and light and energetic. And then as soon as we get frantic and worrisome and we go into addictions, we lower our vibrational state. And now we're back down, and the universe has to work even harder now to get us back up, which could take more days and more weeks. So if you can be chill in the unknown and embrace the fact that you don't know who you are, and just say, this is exciting, yay, I feel change, I feel different on my journey, and I'm just going to embrace it. That's how you know you're super duper close. All right, next one is you stop a toxic pattern. These patterns are so different for all of my clients. Sometimes it's looking for attention. Maybe you start to go somewhere where you wouldn't normally go just because you want to be seen, or maybe you hold yourself in a certain manner where you're like, oh, I hope this person notices me, or you dress a certain way, or maybe you go for a walk when you normally wouldn't go for a walk, but somebody's going to be out there and you're like, oh, I want to see them. These are all patterns. You're doing it for the wrong reason. You're doing it to fill some sort of void inside of you. It could be people pleasing. It could be something that you should say no to, but you keep saying yes because you're afraid to upset the other person. That is a toxic pattern. You're abandoning yourself in that moment. And when we abandon ourselves, we're pulling further and further away from our manifestations, because our manifestations are our truth. They're who we truly are. And if we are going and doing these things kind of in character, right? We're in our costumes looking for something that's just like a bottomless pit. It's not really making us feel good. We're not just grounded in our soul, knowing that, okay, I am loved, I'm whole, I'm sovereign. I don't need attention from this person. I don't need to go the extra mile here. I don't need to overdo something or make something so perfect so that somebody will love me. I've seen so many of my women clients do this. They go above and beyond to make somebody else's experience better, right? Instead of pulling all of that energy back and making their own life great. So when you notice that you've stopped a toxic pattern and you're continuously not choosing it, maybe it's scrolling on social media. Maybe it's posting in a certain way where you're looking to be seen and to be validated, and you just want to show off that maybe you're really, really smart because everybody thought you weren't smart growing up. And then all of a sudden you pulled the energy back. You're like, I don't need to do this anymore. I'm just going to post what I'm eating because I just want to, and it's fun. And that's the energy of a new manifestation coming in, because again, when we're in character, when we're in ego, and it's so funny because people call it being out of character when you're not yourself, but I now call it when you're in character, your character is not who you are. You are soul. So when we're living in a character with a costume on in ego, we are further and further away from our desires because our desires are a match to who we are. So when you stop a toxic pattern, guess what's happening? You're getting closer and closer. So every time you say no, when you think you need to say yes, you're getting closer. Every time you do not let somebody hurt you or abandon you, every time you choose yourself in any sort of way, you're getting closer and closer to your manifestations. So this is motivation right now to literally spend the next 24 hours not doing a single pattern. Okay, live from soul. Ask yourself before you do everything, why am I doing this? What need is looking to be met inside of me that I can just give it to myself? And that's pure presence. Now you're living from presence. And when you're in purity and peace and calm, guess what happens? Your manifestation has more of a chance to drop in because you're here, you've met it. And it's like, oh, she's here or he's here. Now we can give it to them. But when you're not there, it's like you're not in the room, right? You're in another room. Once you get into the room, now the universe can find you. Okay, so we have to make ourselves available on this journey. All right, let's get into the fourth one. Okay, the fourth and final sign is that you feel guided to listen. Okay, so listening is when you take 3 or 4 hours, no TV, no music, no meditations. You are just in nature, in your living room, in the kitchen, just listening to your thoughts. Maybe you're journaling. You're tuning out the world, right? And you're getting into that peaceful state of where you are truly connected to you and source, and you're listening. Okay, this happens to me often, and usually the next day I'll receive a manifestation. I do my best listening when I'm laying in the sun, right? I'm just resting, I'm soaking in the sun, I'm clearing my vibration, I'm feeling so good. There's no music on, there's no content that I'm taking in. I am listening to my inner guidance system. I'm listening to my guides and my angels, and I'm jotting down anything I hear. Okay. And this builds your connection to source. This builds your connection to you, to your higher self. So if you are not listening for at least an hour every single day, I would highly recommend doing this. And maybe this is your blockage. Maybe this is why manifestations haven't been coming in for you. You have to listen. You have to quiet the noise and hear what your soul wants you to hear. And who knows, maybe that desire that you're looking to call in could be better in some way. And you lay down and you listen, and then all of a sudden you get all these ideas of how you want to enhance the manifestation that wants to come in, right? The version of it that wants to come in, maybe there's a better version of it up here. And the universe is trying to pull you up to say, hey, babe, you could have so much better. Don't settle for this one down here. Go sit and listen, go lay in the sun, go take a walk in nature. And we're going to drop you the idea of how your life could be better. And we want you to call that in now. And that could be your soul's path. And maybe this other thing is not coming in because you could do better. Okay, so listening, spending at least an hour. I do at least 3 to 4 hours as often as I can, whether it's at night, whether it's out in the sun, whether it's my morning routine of sitting on my back balcony and just journaling. I am just listening and jotting down what I hear. And if you struggle with clearing the clutter of your mind, write that first. Do a little brain dump, get all the thoughts out, all the ego thoughts, all the worries, all the fears, and then tune in to what's being told to you. And you can even ask your angels and guides. You can have a conversation with them on the paper. On the left side, you can ask the question, and then you can watch how your angels and guides are going to use your hand to write the answer. But you first have to get clear, move all the excess mind energy, and you have to be super, super clear and know that it's not your ego creating those thoughts. All right, lovies. So those 4 signs are guaranteed that a manifestation is coming because it has no choice. When you're doing these 4 signs, you're literally becoming a match to the desire. You are so close to home, to who you are. You're not living in toxic patterns. You're not looking for evidence. You're literally so peaceful listening, and you wake up and you feel different. You're like, I don't know who I am. This is it. Because you've never been in your body feeling that way. So that means something new is coming in. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you get notifications of when my new content comes out. Thank you so much for ever liking, for ever commenting, for just being here, for supporting me and my daughter and our channel. We love supporting you on this journey, and it is my greatest joy to help other people believe in the universe, believe in themselves, fall in love with themselves, expect magic every single day. Your life could be so amazing, and we're the creators of it. We get to choose it, right? I lived in depression, suicidal thoughts after my daughter passed away. I had so much grief. And for me to be living the way I'm living now, it is proof that you can too. You can take any struggle and you guys can transmute it, transform it into whatever you want. Okay, so this is your motivation. Keep manifesting. Anything is possible. If you can imagine it, it is possible. And remember, as you're delayering yourself and not doing those toxic patterns, which takes a lot of discipline and it takes a lot of honesty, radical honesty with yourself. Like, why am I doing this? Who am I? Who do I want to be? I want to be a good person. So stay in alignment with that. Okay, stay in your truth. All right, lovies, I've rambled enough. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you again. And if you want to work with me, everything is below. All right, peace out.